Good evening, everybody. As always, we're waiting for Facebook and YouTube to catch up. So I'm just getting the rest of my tools while we wait. Come on, Facebook. YouTube is on, which is a bonus. Good evening, everybody. And Facebook is on. Marvellous. We are cooking on gas. So I'll just wait for everybody to get logged in while I find my poker tool. Which is in here somewhere. Or it better be. Here we go. Poker tool. Job done. How are we all? Hi Margaret, hi Dawn, hi Denise, hi Christine, hi Kathleen, Natalie. Well done, Natalie. Natalie at Oakville Crafts, well done for remembering that. I'd never remember. That's brilliant. Hi Joan, hi Gwen. So I think you're going to like this card tonight. It's a little bit different and it's going to show you a different way to use your nesting dies as well. I've used the squares and rectangles tonight. Let me take that off. Here we go. Hi Lona. Hi Rose, you remembered. So we'll just hang fire until everybody gets here. What a glorious day. It's been a bit windy, but it's been lovely and sunny here in Nottingham. Hi Paula. Hi Edith. Sandra. Hi Kay. Hi Julia. Hi David. Hi Liz. Hi Jill. Hi to everybody who I've not spoken to already. Hi Alison. So you can see I've got quite a few bits on here, and I'll go through it all and show you how I did the double aperture when we get to that stage. I'm just going to hang on. Hi Deborah. Hi Janice. Oh, the fun with the Inky box. We're just waiting for everybody to get logged in. Hi Angela. I hope you've had a good weekend. Is it no, it's not cold here, Alison. I think it's that wind that's a bit... Hi, Zoe. I think it's that wind that's a bit chilly. Hi, Bev. Hi, Sue. Hi, Margaret. Right, so I can't keep shouting hello to everybody. Hi, Laura. So everybody change... Oh, thank you, Natalie. Bless you. Yeah, so I think you're going to like this project tonight. It's not a difficult one. But it does, I'll explain to you what I've done when we get to that stage. I'll run through everything that I'm using tonight. Hi Mel, hi Audrey, hi Paula. When we get to that stage, I'm just hanging on until we get a few more people here. Hi Pamela. Yeah, you remembered, plus you got Peter to remind you, bless you. Did it help anybody when I posted in the Facebook group that little picture? I wonder if I can put it on here. Let me see if I can. No, I can't. That little picture where it shows you on YouTube, it shows you the upcoming live, and it gives you a little remind me button or notify me button. I don't know whether it worked, but I thought, it's worth showing everybody just in case. It's useful and it does give you a reminder. Hi Carol. Hi Laura. Hi Di. Di's here. Hi Jean. Right, we're all starting to arrive now, so I'll get a drink and I'll quickly run through what I've got ready. This is a really, really lovely layout, card shape. And it's dead easy to do. And I think you might be seeing more variations of this card from me in my samples that are coming up. You know what's coming at the end of June? I cannot wait to show you this year's Christmas stuff. You are going to love it. Hi Anne and granddaughter. Islander. Right, so I'm going to quickly run through what I've got on my desk and try and put it in some sort of order, because as ever there's quite a few bits on here. So we're not clean and simple tonight, everybody. We are going to be fabulous, but we're not clean and simple. However, you could absolutely make this a clean and simple project. It would look fabulous either way. But we're going to create a relatively inky card. So I'm just going to show you what I've got here. That's for the inside. So this is, hi Debbie, hi, good evening to everybody I've not spoken to already. I'm going to get started because it's not a complicated. Oh, bless you, Carol. Well, you can guarantee some laughs in here. It's a lot warmer here than in Norway. Can't believe you were playing in the snow 3 days ago. Oh, I bet it was stunning though, Michelle. I'm watching but need to finish your wedding card, so I won't be chatting. Well, you can listen and watch and craft at the same time, Bev. I know you can multitask. I've seen it in the phone boxes. Right, so let me move on before I get told off. So what I've got here is a top folding card, and this card that we're going to make tonight would work either way. So it would work in landscape or portrait. And this is literally an 8x8 card blank that I've chopped down, and I've chopped it down to fit my double stitched rectangle dies. I'm not going to run through everything I'm using until later on. Yeah, so that's the double stitched rectangle. So the way I did this, sorry Denise. So the way I did this was I actually cut this die first. This is the largest of the stitched rectangles. And then I measured it on my 8x8 card. My 8x8 card blank to give me the border look all the way around. So literally just make a pencil mark, chop the end off, and then, well actually this is the bit that I chopped off. That's the bit that I chopped off there. So you're only chopping an inch or so off, but we've now created this lovely card blank. Oh, let me do all the... Hi, Hope. What exactly is a bank holiday? You've heard of it before. Do you not get is 4th of July not a holiday over there, Hope? It's kind of the same thing. Well, well, I don't get a day off, but most people get a day off. Except for some more cardstock plus one of the sentiment dies, as I wasn't home for a few days. Didn't open your parcel inside was 2 of the same dies. Wasn't charged for them, so we'll send one back. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Karen, did you see that? Oh yeah, you've seen it. Thank you, Jackie, bless you, that's lovely. I think it's because sometimes the magnetic sheets and the dies stick them together. Hi, Claire. Well, you can guarantee a laugh, Shaz. You can always guarantee a laugh. Right, so let me just show you as I'm going along. Let's go back to the usual routine. So these are the 2 die sets. These are the 2 die sets that I've used to make this card shape. So the double stitched rectangles and the double stitched squares, and all will become clear. So we've got the first layer, and I am going to do the inside of this card as well. So I cut the same size for the inside. I expect to see lots of variations of this, everybody, in the Facebook group, because you can scale this down. So you can scale it down to an A5 card, for example. We call all our holidays a name. They're usually for a personal special day, like Armistice Day. Yeah, that makes sense, Hope. Yeah, happy bank holiday. Thank you, Hope. There's loads of bank holidays in May. It does my head in. Which die cutting machine do you use? So I use the Gemini, but I love my Gemini. I always have done. Hi Joanne. I've got a Gemini, I've got, oh my god, what have I got in here? I've got a Couture Creations thing. I've got a Big Shot Pro, a Baby Gemini, a Silhouette, a Scan and Cut. What else have I got? I've got about 7 machines in here, and I only use the Gemini, really. Anyway. Why are you so, Carol? Hi, Sue. Right. So this is what we've created here. Oh, what have I got on there? Imagine you're not going to see that. Oh, I know what that is. So then I use the next die down. I hope you're paying attention, or you can watch the video back. So I use the next die down, which gives me the lovely 1/2 centimetre matte. And then I've used the square die. Oops. I've got no space on here. And then I've used the square die, look, to create the square aperture. So what we've got now is the lovely stitch on the outside, and we've got it around the first aperture. And then I use the next die down. Double D's. Well, these are double D's, Jean, because they're double D stitched. Double D stitched. Oh, bless you, Carol. So then I took the next rectangle down. So the next rectangle down. So we've now got 3 rectangles, look. Yeah, the plain one, that one, and then the next one. So I took the next rectangle down, and I used the next size down square, which is that one. So I'll give you a little tip for when you have a go at this, because this smaller one is actually going underneath the larger aperture, yeah? So the smaller piece is going underneath the aperture, the bigger one, so that I get this double layered aperture like so, which I absolutely love doing this, yeah. So we've got the double aperture there, and the reason I've gone for the smaller rectangle, I hope you're paying attention, because it does make sense. I can see everybody talking about Geminis and machines. Spellbinder Platinum does not cut anything large. It doesn't, Bonnie, you're absolutely right. She had a grand caliber. It would, right, so Bonnie over on YouTube is just asking about the machines. So what I would suggest is if you want a manual, get the Big Shot Pro. I love the Big Shot Pro, and I tend to use the Big Shot Pro for nesting dies because it doesn't bend them. Right, can I carry on? Are we moving on? You must have your aircon on, Phil. You keep freezing on YouTube. Is that what it is, Linda? It's not the aircon, it's the fan. Shall I turn it off? Now you see, Ilona is saying she uses the slipstream plates. It's not so bad for me because I just use the Gemini ones, but I just take them from the shop. Put it in the sink with boiling water. I don't do all that, I just get a new one. Right, so are you listening? So we've got the larger aperture in the larger rectangle, the smaller aperture in the smaller rectangle. If you wanted to do this yourself, you could just use a square piece. You could just use a square piece because it's going underneath, look. So you're only actually going to see the hole, the aperture with the stitching detail. The reason I've done the rectangle is so that it doesn't make my card bendy. Yeah, so it doesn't make my card bendy. So the weight of this piece of card keeps it all sturdy. And I've gone smaller because I don't want you to see that layer underneath. So it will look on here like we've only got 2 layers of card. If I just try and put that on to show you. So it will look like we've only got 2 layers of card on here and not 3. So it's a bit of a trick. Yeah. So that's what we've got. And then of course you've got the waist panels. So just make sure I've got the right ones. So of course when you're cutting the apertures out, you end up with 2 squares left over. And we're going to make one of these our Inky panel. And we're going to go with the larger one. So this is the larger square that came from the aperture. If you struggle to line these up, if you struggle to line them up, yeah, I've just got pencil marks in the corner, look. So if you put it, what did I do? Yeah, if you put it where it needs to be, so cut the rectangle. Thanks, Linda. So once you've got your rectangle or your square, whatever you're going to create the aperture from, put it underneath. Line it up. Whoop. I'm just trying to get the pencil mark so I can show you. Line it up. And then just put a pencil mark in the corner, look. You can see where I've put mine. Oops, you can see where I've put mine. Little pencil mark. And then you know where to put the die. Right, so that is for the inside of the card. And that is for the inside of the card. So I'm going to move these out of the way so I don't use the wrong one. So this technique, you can do it with the squares, you can do it with the rectangles, you can do it with the circles and the ovals. So you can do it with any of the large nesting dies. So we could have had a rectangle card with an oval aperture and a circle in the middle, etc., etc. You can just go on forever and a day. So let's start doing our Inky panel. So we've got a few jobs to do. Yeah, you'll be able to watch the video back. You'll be able to watch the video back. Saw the pencil mark and wondered how you were going to rub it off after you'd done the lining up. Yeah, I've got my rubber. I've just left them there. I've just left them there to show everybody, and I'll leave them until we're ready. So we're going to do a little bit of inking now. And I'm going to use the watercolor blending brush pens because I've not used them for ages. And tonight's theme is pink and green. So we're going pink and green tonight. So you all know, or hopefully most of you know by now, that the watercolor blending brush pens are all but gone. I've not got mine in sets. I've got mine in colour order because obviously I've got all 4. Set 1, I think set 1 has sold out now. It's highly unlikely that I'll get any more. But if I do, I will let you know. But don't let that put you off getting sets 2, 3 and 4 because they are standalone sets. So each of these sets comes in an array of colours. Well, it shows you on the front, look. So set 3 has all these colours in. So all of the sets can be used as standalone die sets, watercolour sets. And I'm going to go for my favourite green, which is this one. And we are going to do the flowers. And we are going to do the aperture. So before I get started, I'm going to get a drink. So here we go, everybody. So please remember to like and share for me, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. you're gonna love this card. If I ever want to know what to do, I have to watch it back and concentrate step at a time. Yeah, that's the good thing about YouTube, Hope. You can literally watch the videos whenever you want and just pause it and follow on. This is what I try to do. So when I do the YouTubes, although I'm showing you products, etc., I am trying to teach you how to use them. That's more important for me. So these are the colours I've chosen for tonight. And I already know that this pink is very, very pale. And these two are the ones that I like to use together. However, for the purpose of a video... oh, well done, Julie. You got set one. Fabulous. I think they've all gone now. If we've got any, it'll literally be 2 or 3. That'll be it. So these are the two that I prefer to use together. I'm going to try them, and if the pink is too pale, I'll just go for the stronger one. This is normal cardstock. This is my pure white cardstock. It isn't watercolour card. And everything is going to be inked. So I'm going to scribble. I'll try this first and just see if it's strong enough. If it's not, I'll go to the stronger pink just so you can see it better. So I'm just scribbling some ink onto my mat. A little bit of water. Do what Julia does and mix it all up. And then let's just pick the colour up. It's very pale, but I think we'll get away with it. There we go, it's very pale. I might add some of the stronger colour in as well, just because we can. That was kitchen roll, by the way, not me. And now I'm just going to do the flowers as well. I only want the... Oh, bear with me, everybody. I need to put these in order. So they need doing. That doesn't. That doesn't. That does. That does. I'm only doing the top flowers. I'm not doing the bottom ones. Where's that come from? Oh, yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't need that one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then there's spares. So let me just make sure I've got this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's one missing. Do you know I had these all in order? So I need 6 flowers. So bear with, bear with. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, something's not right. Hang on. Hang on. That's the bottom. That's it. One, 2, 3. Bear with me, everybody. I'm not doing it till I know I'm right. Then extras. So, and one missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one missing. And as if by magic, I've got a tub full already. That's it. That's the one that was missing. Got there in the end. Watching me on the big telly tonight instead of on your phone. Oh, bless you. Hi, Grace. Not to worry. Not to worry. Oh, have I missed a question? Sorry, everybody. No, you've not missed too much, Teresa. Right, so I've now got my 3 flowers. My 6 flowers. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So I want the bases to be left white, you see. So these are the ones that are going to be inked. Right, see how that's drying, look. You can just make that out. I am going to go in with the stronger colour once I've done these flowers. This is the worst mat ever to show you inking on because you can't see the actual pen. But it is there, I promise you. I'm just going to drag the flowers in it. And then I'll repeat with the other colours. So although it's very inky and very pinky, it won't be once we've added the green onto it. I'm just going to do these big ones again. Well, I've got the colour there. If there's... I'll put your teeth in, Phil. If you've not had the watercolour blending brush pens yet, do treat yourself to a set because they are so easy to work with. So that is the base pink, and we are going to go in with the stronger pink. Confused. What have I missed? Pam? Confused, so I've missed something. We've got 7 tops. No, I've got 6 tops. I've took one away, look. And one of them's a double, don't forget. Oh, I will scroll back. You can't... You can see the paler pink. I am still going to go in with the stronger one. Not a lot, but... just a bit. Just a bit. There we go. That's better. And then repeat with the flowers. So we're doing the flowers first so that they can sit and dry while we're doing the other jobs. Karen, I thought you were out tonight. And then we'll just do a little bit of the green. So although it's inky, it's pale and interesting. So the green is a much stronger colour. You'll be able to see this quite easily. And I will water that down a little bit more. Phil, have you cut each size of the flowers? I never seem to get the right size. I honestly don't know. But generally, as a general rule of thumb, Anne, oh, I've not got any cards here to show you. When we get to that stage, I'll show you. So I've watered the green down a little bit more. And I'm just splatting it about a bit. And I think that will do quite nicely, thank you very much. Just put a bit in that corner. Oh, that's fab. And the same with the flowers. So I'm not covering these with ink, I'm just dabbing them in. Pink and green look beautiful together. That'll do nicely. Can you see that? Oh no, you can't really. I'll show you in a second before I move on. So I'm going to put these in my inky box, and we're going to do one more job to them. So these flowers are going in my inky box. And whilst they're still wet, we're going to splat them. So whilst these are still wet, we're going to splat them. And I'm going to do it with the stronger pink. Am I using watercolour card? No, it's pure white card. Set 1 has sold out of the water pens. It has, Emma. I don't know whether I'm going to get any more back. If I do, I will let you know. But it's highly unlikely. So I'm scribbling the pink. And if I do, it will take a few months to get them. Well, at least 4. So I'm scribbling the stronger pink onto there. And I'm just going to splat the flowers. Might be too pale, let's find out. Oh, I'm taking my glasses off to see. If it's too pale, I'll do it with the green. Yeah, it's too pale. It's too pale, so I'm going to the green. So we've got the inky watercolory background, and we're now going to splat on top of it. But these splats will be softer. That's better. I always choose the worst colour combinations for demonstrating with. So hopefully what will happen to these is these splats will blend in. I can see them clearly on the panel. It's very warm in here. You all know that I have the sun on the back of my house in the evening. Oh. Right, I'll leave them for a bit. I'll leave them for a bit to dry, and then we'll come back to them and see if I need to splat again. I've got loads to be doing. You'll notice I've left the butterflies white, but we are going to paint them in a bit. Why do you splat when you've already sobbed? Let me show you. Because where this bit's missing, look, Can you see, look? The watery effect is completely different to splatting. Yeah. But if it's too wet, the ink will just blend into the wetness, which it is on some of them, so I'll probably do it again. I was just trying to save myself a job. But it didn't work. It didn't work. Right, we're going to come to the top panel now. Yeah, we're going to come to the top panel. So remember, the top panel is the largest one because this one is going underneath. I'm going to rub these pencil marks out now. You won't see them, but just in case. Just in case. And we're going to add a lovely little stitching detail to this layer. Even filling everyone, sorry. Hi, Shell, not to worry. So good evening to everybody who's joined us. Only just joined us. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Right, so we're going to use, and I don't think I have ever used these on a demo, but we're going to add a little stitching detail. Yeah, we're going to add a little stitching detail around this card. And when I was at the shop, when was I at the shop? Saturday. So I went to help care and pack on Saturday, and I spotted these on the shelf, and I'm like, why have I not got any of these? And then Karen told me they were half price. So there you go, everybody. If you fancy these lovely stitching borders, they're currently half price at $7.25 instead of $14.50. So treat yourself. So in here, what you've got are 7 different. I love this one, look, with the buttons. Love that. And then you've got a ruffly one, a ribbony one, and then lots of stitches, zigzag stitch, a diamond stitch, and then look at that lace. So I know, well, Karen herself told me she didn't think we'd got any, but I saw them on the shelf. So I am going to stamp, and I'm probably just going to go all the way around the outside of this card instead of around the aperture. And I just want to check which colour green matches. So I've chosen 2 greens tonight, just so that I can test them. Oh, I've got 3 actually. Just to see which one matches the flowers better. So I've got peeled paint, shabby shutters and bundled sage. And I suspect it's going to be shabby shutters, but let's see. And I don't know which one to go for. I'm spoilt for choice. Spoilt for choice. Now you see, if I go for this one, it will match the stitching on the dies. But I think I'm going to go for this wavy one. I am. So grab them while we've got them, everybody, because you know they won't be restocked because they are Trudy's. So once they're gone, they're gone. And I saw about 15 on the shelf in the shop. So that's probably it. So there's probably about 15. Well, there's less now because I took one. Look at that, look, you can bend it as well. Right. Top tip, everybody, for picking up border stamps. If you can't get it straight, if you've got one that moves like this, just put it on your mat, face down. Let it find itself and then pick it up on your block. So let's just test these colours. Let's test the colours and see which one matches best. Oh, look at that. I love these. Why have I not had these before? And that's actually a really good match. And so is that. Oh, crikey. They all match. They all match. Shall I go with bundled sage or shall I go with... No, I'm going to go with peeled paint because it's a little bit stronger. We got there in the end. Got there in the end. So I'm going to stamp around the edges, all the way around the edge of this card. I'm not going around the aperture because I'm going to cover most of this up with flowers. So I am going to go around the actual rectangle. And I think... No, I am going to cover the edges up. I don't want it to go over the stitches. Right, here we go. I love details like this. I'm just doing this on an acrylic block instead. They fit on the DL. They fit nicely on the DL block. Look. Have I got the right one before I stamp it? Yeah. Oh, I love this stamp. I can't believe I didn't have these stamps, and I'm ashamed because I love border stamps. Oh, that's stunning. And I'll do the other side and then I'll do the top and bottom. You might have to put stitching. Oh, Karen's just posted the link, Julie. I honestly didn't even know we'd got these. I can't even remember Trudy doing these. And I just thought, you know what? I'm having them. They fell into my basket. The one I don't pay for. What a beautiful detail. And it matches the dies really nicely. And then I'm going to do top and bottom as well. And I will just overlap in the corners because it won't matter. Love 'em, love 'em, love 'em. I'll tell you something else as well. I bet these look... I'm going to show you. Let me just do this first. I'm getting giddy now, so just try and line this up. And the peeled paint is a lovely shade of green. Just be careful when you're moving your tape because it's got ink on it. So I'm doing all these little jobs now because we're waiting for the flowers to dry and the inky panel. And then we're going to stamp the Papillon Paradise slim strips over it. And I'll use the same colour ink as well. I'll use the Papillon, I'll use the peeled paint. I love this detail. So make sure I'm about the same distance, which is about there. And I'll tell you something else as well, because these are wavy, it doesn't matter if it's a bit skewy. I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm going to do the inside as well. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. So whilst I've got this stamp on the block, I'm just going to do the inside panel. Alright, I'm going to find the card blank. I'm going to do the inside panel to match. I'll do the long edges first. I don't always do the inside. Well, I don't usually make a full card, as you know, but we are tonight, so I'm doing the inside to match. Oh, look at that. Oh, nearly. Nearly did. I'll try and keep the same distance-ish. I can't see what you're saying to me while I'm stamping, but I will look. I will catch up with you after and get a drink. Oops. And look how long I can make a piece of... Look how long I can make one piece of Scotch tape last. Dead easy to stamp. And then I'm just going to do the top and bottom. And now we'll have the inside of the card will match the front, which I always like to do if I'm making a full card. Oops, I nearly dropped that then. That would have been a disaster. And then the last one, and then I'm just going to show you, because I had an idea. Whilst I was doing that, to see what it would look like on the daisy stamps, the daisy dies. And it just so happens that I've got a daisy stamp there, a daisy die cut even. There we go. How fabulous was that? That can now go in the bin. Isn't that beautiful? So let's pop that to one side because we don't need that. Let me just see what it looks like on the... see if it fits on there. Might do. Oh. I'm just doing this quickly. Oh, but it looks lovely. You know, sometimes when you're crafting, you have a brainwave. Oh, this looks lovely. Look at that, look. And that was me just doing it very, very quickly. How fabulous is that? Wow. I'm keeping that. Right, come on, let's get cracking, Phill. Clean the ink off. Put this back where it belongs. You're going to see me using these all the time now I've found them. Where's the acetate? I meant to say, before you check out your baskets, everybody, there's a couple of things I need to tell you. So wait, don't check out just yet. So we've now got that lovely frame there, and we've got that. So let's see how we're doing with, what's that? So it's almost dry, look, apart from that bit. I'm going to suck that bit up. I would never normally do this, but I need it to dry. Look how pretty that looks together. And it will look completely different in a minute. Right, so whilst we're waiting for that, we're going to come to this, we'll do the sentiment for the inside of the card. So, let me get a drink. Julie's already checked out. Good evening, everybody I've not seen already, spoken to already. Michelle's hidden a credit card. Right, so... put your teeth in first, because I'm reading. You're going mad with all those stamps. You're like a giddy kipper. I am, Linda. I absolutely am. Do you know what it is? It's because I think that with all the stamps that we've done, and I forget. And I assumed I'd already got those stitching borders, but I haven't. But I have now. In fact, if truth be known, if I tell you the truth, I took two. Karen didn't know I'd taken two. Right, so for the inside of this card, we're going to use the Statement Sentiments, the Essential set. So the Statement Sentiments Essential set has been out of stock. It's sold out. I bet you'll be glad, Chrissy. It sold out the same week that I released them. Jean's got the sentiments, yeah. But for everybody who didn't get these, I did reorder them and they've just been delivered. So you can, I've put the stock back in today. Yeah, I've put the stock back in today. So I won't reorder them again. That's it. What do I need two for, Sheila's saying? I have one that I use, Sheila, and one that I look at. I like to keep a clean set. So the Statement Sentiments, there is a link in the description as always. And once they're gone, they are gone. I am definitely not reordering them. So Statement Sentiments Essential particularly is the one that sold out the same week I released them, and we've had no stock until they've just come back in. So I am doing this on my platform. And I am going to stamp it in the green. And I'm going to use this fabulous Happy Birthday to You. So hopefully by the time I've done all this stamping, we'll be ready for the Inky panel. Is it not a sorry you're leaving on the occasional set, Teresa? Well done, Sandra. Coming up on Friday, wonder what I'll find then. I'm not there on Friday, you need to come up when I'm doing a class. So I've done this one on my platform just in case I need to go in a second time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And this time I do. I can't complain because this peeled paint I've been using since they first came out. So I can't complain. I need a bit more in the middle. How beautiful is this sentiment? Oh, look at that. And I've got a bit of glitter on the H. Yeah, I can see it. One little fleck of Diamond Dazzle, but I'm not going to do it again. That'll do. How beautiful is that? I am, Jackie. I am. I've just been trying to find dates because June, we've got a lot going on in June. I've got American stuff going on in June, and I've obviously got the Christmas release to prepare for. But if I find time to do an online workshop in June, I promise you I'll let you know as soon as possible. If not, it'll be early July. So get them while we've got them is what I'm saying. There won't be any more. I'm going to pop that there, let that dry, and let's see where we are with this. It's not 100% dry, but I'm going to go for it. I'm definitely doing another craftathon, Samantha. Keep an eye on social media because we are definitely doing another craftathon. Definitely. In fact, the whole last weekend of... Oh, I forgot when it is. July. Is it July? Phil, do you use re-inkers or do you just get a new pad from the shop? Kay, I'll just get a new pad from the shop. I can honestly say though, Kay, with my Distress Oxides, I haven't replaced any since they first came out. And not one, I've not replaced any of them. And I think Julia does use the re-inkers. And Julia uses the re-inkers for inky techniques as well. But I don't. Right, so the flowers are dry now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So before I move on, I'm just going to splat the flowers again because they are dry enough now. And I'm using the pens to do this instead of the oxide because it's a softer colour. So hopefully you should just see a tint of pink when I finish. That's better. I've got to take my glasses off to see the splats. last one. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, that's much better. Just need to do another row, another go over. Let's have a look. Yeah, look. You can see the splats now. Right, I'm happy now. I'm happy that we're splattered. And now we can get on with the inky panel. So for the stamping on this, we are going to use the slim strips. And I am going to do this on my platform. And I will need to do this twice. So tonight I'm using the slim strips. I don't. Phill, do you use it now? Yeah, that's what she suspected. Got this. Love the teal in the inky box. Yeah, that's from years of collecting ink. So tonight I'm using the Papillon Paradise slim strips. I'm only using one of them, and I'm going to repeat it either side. Now there are 3 of the slim strips, but for some reason I can't find my third. I can't find my third stamp, and I know I used it when I was at Harrogate, so I'm assuming it's got lost while I was in Harrogate. So these are also on offer. These have got a £9 or £10 saving, so £12.99 individually or £30 for all 3. Which one shall I use tonight? Let's use this one. And we're going to use it as a background to cover the whole thing. So although these are slim strips, these were designed for DL cards. But obviously you can extend the pattern, which is what I'm going to do tonight. So I can position where I want it in the middle. And we're going to stamp it with the peeled paint. So we're stamping over this. Here we go. So I'm just working my way. And I know I'll need to go in a few times with this, which is why I did it on the platform. So I'm not worried about the stitching on this, because you're not going to see it. So the peeled paint seems to be the only one of my oxides that's getting worn. Which is ironic because I don't use it all the time. Well, I think that'll do nicely. And then we're going to move that stamp. I can't do it on my acrylic block, you see, because I know I need to go in twice. I can't, I'll read all your comments in a bit when I have a coffee. I can't see them. Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew she was getting married, which is fabulous. So let's do the bottom half of this. So I'm using the same stamp, but I'll move it up, look, or down, just so that it's different. That's the very edge of the stamp. So we're now using a slim strip stamp to create a square topper or a square panel. It's absolutely roasting in my room, even with the fan on and the curtains shut. And I can hear Di shouting at me to get a drink, and I haven't had one, so I'm going to do it now. Oh, that's lovely. So the reason I've stamped this with the Distress Oxides, just in case you're wondering, is because we are going to use the watercolour pens on top of this. So we're going to get a lovely watery effect. We've already got the background going on, look. And then we're just going to do the top. I think I must have moved it there a bit, but hey ho. So we've just got the top section to do. Luckily, that's where my flowers are going to go. And we'll get that in, I think. So just like that. Just like that. Putting the central heating on. Crikey, I'm roasting. In fact, the sleeves are going up. That might cool me down a bit. Can I send you a list of what I have so you can demo with... Sorry, Liz. Liz has just put on Facebook, can I send you a list of what I have so you can do a demo using those? I've now got a shed load of stuff in my basket. Not sure how I'm going to pay for it though. Oh, bless you, Liz. Sleeves are going up. There we go. And let's see if I can do this one without smudging it this time. Let's try, let's find out. That's marvellous. Oh, look at that. Oh, and that, I love that. And who'd have thought that that came from a stamp, that shape? Who would have thought it? You would never know. Yeah, sleeves are up. Sleeves are up. Right, so I'm just cleaning the ink off. Bet you never knew I had green fingers, did you? In fact, I'm changing that. And I'm going to put the stamp away. So, Sister Dearest, one of my where's the acetate? One of my Papillon Paradise slim strips is not in my tub. In fact, neither of them are. So somebody's either had a free gift at Harrogate or I've put them somewhere else. There we go. Right, so now we're going to come to this topper. And because I've used the oxides for this, it means now that we can introduce more pink to it. So I can literally use my water brush. I could use my water brush and drag in, let me just get the water brushes. I could use my water brush and drag in some of that peeled paint colour. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the pen for this. So I'm just make sure this is clean, because I did use, it's a good job I checked, look. So I'm going to use the green from my pens, and I'm going to use the pink from my pens, and just colour in some of these elements. Remember, this is going underneath. You're not going to believe this. Oh no, I've done it. I've done it on. I thought for a second I'd done it. I'd done that lovely border on the wrong panel. So remember, this is going underneath here. So we're not going to see the edges. Yeah, I thought for a second then I'd coloured. I'd stamped the. I stamped it on the wrong. I'm going to go straight in with the pen. But I haven't. Which was just lucky. So I'm going straight in with the pen, and then I'm going to just dilute it a little bit. That would have been interesting. So I'm doing more pink than I am green, because obviously it's got a lot of green on it already. And that was the wrong pink, so that's going to have a butterfly on top of it. So I'm speed colouring. I'm going to see if I can pull some of that colour out. That's better. That's better, you'd never know. So remember, when you're colouring over Distress Oxides, it will pull some of the green in, which is absolutely what I want for this. Let's see how that looks. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? I'm just going to put a little bit more pink down here. Oh, wrong one again. Right, that will do nicely. Thank you very much. Let's check on my flowers. See you later, Hope. I think there must have been some, look. So I'm going to add a bit more pink to these with the right one, because the green's taken over and I do want a bit more pink on them. That's better. Let's go direct. I'm just going direct, and then I'll water over it. So if that is, I told you I'd chosen the worst possible pink. The palest colour in the pen set is what I used. There we go. So don't worry too much about your flowers because they're going to be shaped up. That's better, at least you can see a bit of pink now. Right, we are getting somewhere slowly but surely. So now we're going to take this panel. Just make sure this is dry. We're going to take this panel and we're going to glue it onto that aperture. Oh, sorry, I'm missing all your questions, but I promise you I will look later. I can't keep up with your comments. Oh, let me just remind you. Just while I'm gluing. I don't know what I'm giving away yet. So I've glued around the aperture. I'm just going to pop that on the top so that it's straight. Just hold that for a second. Oops. Just hold that for a second. I'll put something heavy over the top. Let's get something heavy over the top. Get a drink while we wait. Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn that off, everybody. It must be the weather. It must be the weather. So I'm just holding that down for a second just till the glue catches. And there we go. So I'll pop that over there while we put the foam tape on the rest. So we are getting there slowly but surely. So foam tape is going on this piece here. You could give away your second set of stamps. Yeah, pink and green look lovely together. It doesn't matter which pink and which green. And this is that foam tape that I absolutely can't stand. I don't know how it's ended up with me, but I'm using it to get rid of it. So this is going to be three layers of this foam tape so I can get rid of it. And I'm going to go around the aperture, so that's a little tip. Wherever you use an aperture on a card, just go around it with your foam tape or your double-sided tape, just to give it some stability, some strength. So that is now on foam tape. That's stuff that I can't abide. The top layer is going on foam tape. I haven't done, the sentiment stamp is called, it's the Statement Sentiments Essential. There should be links in the description. I don't blame you, Caroline. I'd be sat in the garden if I weren't in it. Well, no, I wouldn't. That's a fib. I'd be putting more dots on new stamps. In fact, I was telling my sister Karen earlier, my ribs were hurting because where I'm doing my dots like this, I'm leaning over my desk. So foam tape, it's 3 layers of foam tape. I'm not doing anything on the edge of this apart from glitter when it's all put together. So it's kind of a tunnel card. And I will just give you another little tip in a minute. When we start putting this card together, I will show you another variation of this card. If anybody wants this foam tape, you're welcome to it. You can pick it up. So foam tape, you can see why I hate it, look. Foam tape, foam tape. And foam tape. And we're going to build this card up from the bottom up. Phill, you can buy an electric pen to do dots. What, on your iPad, Jean? Yep, it's going to be diamond dazzled within an inch of its life. Put a cushion between you. Ah, I never thought about that, David. I can't wait to show you this year's Christmas stuff. I can't wait. I can't wait, but I am going to wait until it's time. Oh, that's 2 rolls done. Whoop. Right, so let's put this on first. It won't be long. It won't be long. There's a fair bit of Christmas, everybody, so prepare yourself. Physically. Jean, I'm confused. So I use my Apple pencil, look. So I have to physically do that. I have to zoom in and physically do that. What are the butterfly stamps? They are the slim strips, Jan. So Papillon Paradise collection, slim strips. And there's an offer on at the minute. You can get all 3 for 29 something instead of £13 each. So it's not, well, it's £9 off, isn't it? Right, so I am definitely putting some glue. I'm definitely putting some glue on this because I need to make sure it's on straight. And this foam tape is awful. So I'm probably using more glue than I need to. So remember, this is the small one that we've got. I mean, it looks lovely just behind that aperture, but we're going to give it a double aperture now. It probably will be Shaz. And this is why I went for smaller rather than the same size. So I'm ignoring everything. I can just see my faint pencil mark. So let's see if I've got this straight. It doesn't help when you've got rubbish foam tape. I think that's spot on. Oh, that's fabulous. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that looks. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, okay, if you were doing it by hand on card. Oh, I see what you mean, Jean, now. That's a shame, and Apple have missed a trick there, haven't they? Right, so we are getting there, slowly but surely. If you're getting bored, we've probably got about half an hour to go. Look at the flowers now, look. That's better, isn't it? In fact, I think this foam tape is going to be going back to the shop in Sheffield for them to use in the workshops. Because I can't stand it. I'm not used to working with this kind of dodgy equipment. Look at this. My card will be bent to death by the time I'm done. Right, so I'm starting from the card now. No, I don't. In fact, this is a little tip for everybody. This rubber, I've had this for years. You can see, look, there's hardly any left, and it doesn't leave any dirty marks on your card. It's from Staples. I've had it for years, and you can buy the refills for it. I've got some somewhere. Can't you do a patch of dots and then copy it? No, it don't work. So I can't show you what I've been doing because it'll spoil it. But when you see the stamps, you'll understand. I've physically done thousands and thousands of individual dots. And then so I told you I'd done it yesterday. So what did I decide to do today? I decided to do an exclusive stamp for Christmas that involved another 500 million dots. But in fact, I had to come away from it. So I'm just popping this on here now. So this is the front of the card. And it's raised up. And then we can pop this on now. I told you you'd like this shape. I've made, if you were doing this at home, it's actually dead easy. You wouldn't be waiting all the time for your ink to dry and everything, because you could have all your flowers and everything done ahead. And I think that this would work very nicely for any occasion. So this is why I chose the smaller rectangle for underneath as opposed to the same size, because now it looks like I've only got 2 layers on this card, when in actual fact I haven't. It's 3. Isn't that just fabulous? I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I don't love that foam tape, but I love the card. Right, so let's pop that together. Pop that to one side. Staples. Hi, Tracy. Extremely late. Yeah, you are extremely late. It's not complicated, Janice. I've made it sound more complicated than it is. Right, I need my foam mat, which I've left somewhere, so let me see if I've got a new one in here. Surprise, surprise, I've got a lovely new one here. So let's get these all shaped up. So we're now just putting the flowers together, and I'll do this really quickly. So remember, I've left all the bases of my flowers white, and I will explain to you why in a second. Just wiggling these on. I am doing this very quickly. Because you don't want to be watching me. I didn't do the flowers ahead of time like I normally do, because I wanted you to see how to ink them up, and it actually did us a favour because of that pink not showing. So because I used that very, very pale pink and it didn't show up, on the card once it had dried, that gave me an opportunity to just show you how you can just scribble some ink on. You can just scribble some pen direct and then wash over it with your water brush. I know I don't do quickly. Yeah, 8 and 8 bit with a bit chopped off. I'll measure it for you in the end. At the end. Oh, I've done that the wrong way around. Right, nearly done, nearly done. That's for that, that's for that, that's for that. And then I've just got these couple here, these small ones that I've just left white. And then the foliage I'm leaving plain. Where's the smaller frame, or did I miss it? The smaller frame, it's underneath here, and I can't ping it off now. So the smaller frame is underneath the top one, look. That's why we've got the double aperture. I hope that makes sense. Waiting for the big reveal. So I've left the base of all these flowers white. And that's literally just to balance out the colour, because there's quite a bit of colour on that. And I like it to be nice and balanced, as you know. Oops. So I forgot who it was that asked me right at the beginning about which sizes of the dies that I'd cut out. And I honestly don't know. But what I can tell you is, whenever I do my flowers, the biggest flower, which is this one in this case, is always 3 or 4 layers. And then all the others are either 2 or 3. So I have one, I call it the focal flower, which is the biggest one. And more often than not, the biggest flower is the one that I have in the bottom corner. And I've got some pearls that might just match this. That might just match this colour scheme. I'll have a look in a minute, see if they do. Thanks, Jean. I try and come up with something different for you every week. And don't be scared to message me and say, have you thought, can you show me? I am going to be showing you something really, really completely different soon on YouTube. So if you haven't yet, just make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, because it won't be on Facebook. And I'm going to show you me. Oh, I'm not telling you, but you can wait. I nearly let it slip. Right, let's see if these pearls match. Do you think these match? No, they don't. They don't match, so we're going with gems. It's the wrong shade of green. So we're going in with gems instead. No, Ilona, I'm not telling you. What pink did I use? I've not used a pink ink. A pink ink? I've used the pens. It's the watercolour blending brush pens that I've used. So the pink is from the pens, look. I'm not telling you because it'll spoil it, and it's something I've never ever shown you. I've never done it before, not on a video or anything. And I'm going to do a series, I think. I'm definitely going to do a series of colour matching, because a lot of you have asked me for that. Although Lou has done something similar, so I'll make sure mine's different. Oops, get in the middle. I love these dies. Which ones are they? The Shabby Blooms. I'm using the Shabby Blooms tonight. Small ones. I must have some glue on my tweezers. Which is just bugging me. So I'm not going to put any glitter on these flowers apart from in the centre, in the bit that's come out, the side of the gem. You all know that trick by now. I've shown you how to do that nearly every week. I know what we'll do for the giveaway. For the giveaway, I'll do the Shabby Blooms. So I'll do two sets. A set of the Shabby Blooms, 25 quid. So I'll do one set on YouTube and one set on Facebook. I'm saying that, I'm assuming we've got some. So whoever wins, if you don't get Shabby Blooms, if you don't get Shabby Blooms, it's because we ain't got none, and I've just said we're giving them away. Right, so I'm just going to get the glitter on the centre of these flowers. I don't want it on the petals, I just want it in the centre. We're getting towards the end. And as always, I will take a proper photograph and pop it on Facebook in the morning. So the only glitter at this point is the centre of the flowers. Oops. I love the Shabby Blooms. They look gorgeous. Put that to one side. And you know what's coming next? In fact, let me put the inside in first. Let me just do the inside of this card. I promise I'll look at your comments later when I've got a fresh coffee. Now you've got hours of faffing yet. So I've just put the inside in flat with glue. Look at that fabulous stitched border. I love that. What a beautiful, beautiful detail. And I'm just doing the inserts flat. So these two, no, I'm telling you a fib. This square I had to cut out because it would have been too big, but this one is one of the waist ones. I haven't inked it, but it will be glittered in the morning before you see any pictures. So the inside now matches the front of the card. Yeah. And now we can glitter. So I'm going to glitter around this edge. I'm not going to glitter around the top one. I might change my mind in the morning. So when you see the photo, it might be glittered around the top frame as well. I am going to go around the inside of the aperture. So I'm not doing both layers, I'm just doing the top one. And that will draw your eye like it needs it. It will draw your eye into the topper. The inky panel. Inky panel. I love that. You'd think that was a square stamp. Ah, that bit of glitter just, it needed it. You know, just that little tint of glitter. That's the only problem with apertures. Make sure you get all the glitter out. And you know I'm going to glitter inside. Sorry I'm shaking it like a loon, but I've got to get all the bits out the middle. Oh, that's so pretty, look. So just so you know what I'm doing, I will glitter around this, but I won't do it tonight. I'll do it in the morning. I've got bits of glue all over my finger. Right, so to finish off, we are slowly but surely getting there. Let me get a drink. What time is it? Oh, it's about normal. Is that a stamp? Yeah. Oh, I can't reach it. I'll show you at the end. I'll do a recap at the end. Doesn't that look lovely? Right, so now we're going to put all our embellishments on. So the foliage I've used tonight, and I've used it before and you all went mad for it. And I need to just tell you, for those of you that have not seen this before, last time I used it, everybody went mad for it. So I honestly don't know what kind of stock we've got left. So this is actually the mistletoe. So this is one of my festive dies. And this is my mistletoe sprigs. But it doesn't have to be just mistletoe. It's just beautiful foliage. Beautiful delicate foliage in its own right, look. With that lovely debossed detail. And I love this. Well, people that watch me all the time will know that I'm using it all the time. So let's get the flowers on first. So I'm not putting I don't think I'm going to put a sentiment on the front. I think I'm going to leave it plain. So the flowers are going on first. And this is where it tones it all down a little bit. Because the colours from the watercoloured flowers are softer than the colours in there. So it starts to tone it all down a bit. The green and pink are just lovely together. So I'm just giving these a little squash up. Oops, just knocked that gem out. So six larger flowers. Here we go. Here we go. This is my favourite bit. Putting it all together. I hope you learn something when I'm doing these. I really enjoy it, you know I do. This is probably the only time I get to craft for myself. So I really enjoy showing you how to do things. So for anybody who hasn't seen me do this before, let me just flip back over to YouTube. For anybody who hasn't seen me do this before, oops, here we go. I always put where you've probably seen me on TV now. It does look a little bit like Sycamore. Kathleen, it does. Helicopters, yeah, that's what we used to call them when we were kids. It does. And that's why it's probably useful as an everyday foliage. I use it constantly. I honestly don't know how many of the mistletoes we've got left because it's from last year's Christmas or the year before, I can't remember. So I know there won't be a lot. Okay, so for anybody who, top tip when you're trying to balance your flowers, I always have one large focal flower, and it can be in whichever corner you want. I'm going to go in this corner, and I'm going to pop all three of my flowers on. And then the same in the top corner. So I always do opposite corners. That's just a Phillism. There we go. So let me just show you what I've done. So can you see, look, I've kinked them up so that they're facing out. Or kinks them back, up, whichever you prefer. Yeah. Love it when it all starts coming together. Yeah, it's the favourite bit. Oh, I'm glad you're learning. So now, these two little white flowers are for my flower tower. which will be the very last thing I put on. I've got my 2 butterflies, so it's 3. There should be 3. There we go. And these are from the Shabby Butterflies. So the Shabby Butterflies, for those of you that haven't seen it before, and I apologise if I'm showing you all stuff you've seen 1,000 times, but that's the Shabby Butterflies, look. So you get 6 in the set. You get 2 lacy ones which look like that, with the lovely debossing detail and the stitching, and then you get the 4 solid ones, and these solid ones obviously will go underneath these 2 lacy ones, so you can mix and match your colours. So I'm just going to shape that. The butterflies will probably have glitter on. And you can see what I'm doing there to shape them. I've just put them on my foam mat and curled them. I'm just getting everything ready before we start tucking foliage in, because this is the best bit. Right. Sorry everybody. It's pretty, isn't it? I've just spotted on my screen down at the bottom on YouTube, down here somewhere, it says started streaming 111 minutes ago. That's hilarious. If I win the flowers, I can order the butterflies, bless you. Hi, Caroli, I didn't know you were there. Oh, good. Right, so now we're going to start tucking in the mistletoe, the foliage. I'm not going to keep calling it mistletoe. I'm going to just call it foliage, because that's what it is. So, tuck it underneath. Tuck it underneath. Oops. Don't do it. And this is why I favour the glue gel. It allows me to lift everything up. And then I've got 2 smaller fronds. You'll notice that I've used the bigger one, and now I'm using the smaller one, and I need them to be the right direction. Have I cut all the same? No, there we go. So left facing, right facing, left facing. It's dead easy, this card. Dead easy. And then this side. That one. That's why I always put a left facing and a right facing in my foliage dies, so you can tuck them in the right direction. Faffing, I know, I'm sorry, but it's got to be right. It's got to be right. There we go. And now, before I put the before I took any extra foliage in, I'm going to put the butterflies on. And I am just going to give the butterflies a bit of glitter. A bit of glitter. Please don't apologise. I haven't quite mastered the glue gel yet. Keep trying. So I'm just... you are funny. I'm just going to do the tips of the wings and the antennae. Can you imagine if I had to go on a speed crafting channel? It would never happen. So I've just done the pointy tips of the butterfly's wings. And I'm going to do the same with this one as well. So there are 3 butterflies going on. And I don't usually pay any credence to this. Odd numbers, 3, 5s, what have you. Nobody's going to judge you for putting 4 on or 2. So you just do what you think looks right. Here we go. And we are almost done. Right, so I already know where my butterflies are going because I did a rough layout. I saved this earlier. This is the honeycomb texture, but I'm not going to put it on this card because there's enough going on here. It doesn't need any extra texture. And that little stitching detail, beautiful. So, butterflies. So the butterflies are going on before I put the rest of the foliage on. And I already know I want that there. But let's have it over. There we go. Stay still. Hang on, it needs some more. I was a bit skinny with the glue gel. That's better. That's better. And then this little one. Now I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. How do you post that card? Well, you don't. You don't post this card. You take it. And let's face it, if you're going to make... Hang on, I need a bit more. Let's face it, if you're going to make a card like that, you're going to hand deliver it, aren't you? Come on, glue gel, do as you're told. That's it. So I'm going to give you another little tip. So when you do put three butterflies on, like I've done here, make sure that because you're going to end up with one going right, one going left, and then another one going right. So you're always going to end up with 2 facing in the same direction. So this, oh, my hips just clicked. That's not a good sign, is it? Ow! Oh, that hurts. So a little tip for you, look, just make sure it's not the same, exactly the same angle, and then it doesn't look too, oh, that's so, it doesn't look too angled then. So I'm now just going to snip down a couple of these, what do you call them, mistletoes, and we are almost done. I've just got 2 more jobs to do. 2 more jobs to do, and then we are done. So this one is going under here. Do you know what? I don't think we need... Oh, I'm putting them on. I was just going to say I don't think we need the others, but we do. Of course we do. This is not a less is more card, in case you can't tell. And then the last one, have a drink. I will. Let me just get this tucked under here. And then 2 little flowers to finish off. Oh, does anybody else get a clicky hip? Or is it just me showing my age? I mean, who would have thought I'd go a clicky hip in your 30s, eh? So where did I have in mind for these? Oh, I can't remember where I wanted them. I don't even know whether I want them on now. Wow. Yeah, I am. I'm putting them on. It's the flower tower. That's what I said. Flower tower. Let's go the opposite side. And last but not least, can you believe I'm still not quite finished? You know what's coming next. Couple of random gems, and my couple is about 10. No, it's not. Well, I think that's probably enough. So how not, this has been the best video for how not to make a quick card. But it is really rather fabulous. And I think we are done. So I will show you the card. I will do a quick recap of what we've used. Because we've slung everything on this card. No, we haven't. It looks gorgeous. And if you wanted a sentiment on, which I obviously haven't put a sentiment on the front of this, because we've got that lovely one inside. Yeah. But if you wanted one, you could put it here as a banner, or you could put it there or there as a circle. Right, let's do a little close-up. at this really quick card. How beautiful is that? Let me show you the dimension. And I love my little flower towers, you know I do. So in actual fact, those stitch stamps actually finish this card off really rather beautifully. And I'm just going to show you the inside now. By the time I take a photo of this in the morning, I will have glittered the inside, and it quite possibly might have an extra flower or a butterfly inside. Yeah, so it's going to be glittered around there, and then I'll probably have a butterfly or a flower down this corner. But how beautiful is that? And it's a standy up card. Wow. Dimensions please for Jean. And I know Jean likes her inches. Is it heavy? Not particularly, Michelle. Because the glue gel's not really heavy. What actually makes your cards heavy is the cardstock. And I've how many layers have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 layers on this card. So 3 on the front, 3 on the inside. But it's not particularly heavy. Right, dimensions for Jean in inches. So the card, so remember the card blank, the card itself was trimmed down from an 8x8. So it started out as an 8x8 card blank. And I need to do it in inches, which is confusing me. There we go. So it's 8, it's just actually just over 8 inches, but 8 inches by 7. 8 by 7. Does it fall over when you stand it? No. No. But my card's quite strong. So there you go. So do you want me to tell you what I've used, or are you just going to watch the video back? All the links to everything that I've used are in the description anyway, which you will be able to see once I've done. But who would have thought that that was that? You wouldn't believe that, would you? You wouldn't believe that that square frame, that square panel in the middle, was that. And we've got all that lovely dimension going on from the apertures. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Right, I'm going to get a drink. I think we'll do a version of this at the next class. I don't think it'll be as... It better be quicker than that. Another enjoyable Monday. Oh, thank you. What size is the aperture? It's from the square dies. I can't measure it now because I've got too much stuff on it. So the top aperture is 4.5. The middle aperture is 3 3/4. Right, so let's choose our winners. So before I do the winners, let's do the usual rigmarole. So if you haven't already, please like and follow my Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, please. I would very much appreciate it. And if you haven't yet already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you can actually search for Crafting with PhillMartin or Crafting with PhillMartin and Sentimentally Yours. And if you're not in our group, and I have just kicked a few people out of the group, but so if you're not in our group, you can ask to join. So just search on Facebook for Crafting with PhillMartin and Sentimentally Yours. You must accept my rules before I will let you in our group. And you must be a crafter. I do look at everybody's profile before I allow them into the group, because we're a lovely, friendly bunch and we like to keep it that way. Everything that I've used tonight, assuming it's in stock, is available on the website, honeypotcrafts.co.uk. Please also remember, Julia, So remember, if you're looking for something of mine and it's not on my website, odds are Julia will have it. So just search for juliawattscrafts.co.uk. So if you can't get it from me, do support Julia as well, please. I've done that. So Facebook, Sentimentally Yours. Facebook for my personal one is PhillMartin. So you can follow me there. Twitter, if you are a Twitter user, a tweeter, is PhillMartin. And just by pure chance, my Instagram is PhillMartin. And as if by magic, I've started to use TikTok, and that is called PhillMartin. So you can find me on the TikTok as well. So thank you, everybody. I think I've shown you everything that I need to. So now let's choose the winners. So somebody on YouTube is going to win a full set of my Shabby Blooms dies. And somebody on Facebook will win a set of my Shabby Blooms dies. And they're the ones that I've used on this card. So I'm going to scroll over to YouTube first. So good luck, everybody. Oh, thanks, Di. Watch the video back as you missed the middle. Well, that's just shocking, Di. Shocking. So, good luck, everybody. So, if you win on YouTube, please just send me a message a private message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page with your name, address, and a reminder of what you've won. And we will get your prize posted off to you, or the girls will at the shop tomorrow. So, good luck, everybody. I've gone right to the top of the comments so that I don't miss anybody out. And there's quite a few comments. Oh, Elizabeth. I hope you've enjoyed it, Elizabeth. Sorry, I've started looking at comments now. I'm scrolling. There's a lot of comments, so I'm making sure I've not missed any. Oh, I will read all your comments back. I've stopped looking now. Let me go back again. I've started looking at the comments. So it actually stopped on Karen again, but Karen can't win anything. Here we go. Karen Lever, we're going to add to it. If you find that. Oh, Stephanie. Did you manage to get them, Stephanie? I'm just scrolling back on your comments. Right, here we go. So the winner on YouTube is I'm scrolling again because twice I've stopped on Karen. So the winner on YouTube is Julie Phillips. So congratulations, Julie. If you just send me a message on the Facebook page, the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, with your name, address, and what you've won, we'll get them posted off to you sharpish. Tomorrow, probably, the girls at the shop will do it. So thank you, everybody on YouTube. My computer's frozen, which is not a good look. Oh, now I'm back. Although Facebook has frozen. Can you all hear me still on Facebook? What's happened there then? What's happened there? I'm assuming I'm still live, but my computer screen has frozen. Can I just ask you all, are you still there? Which is not much use when I can't see what you're saying, is it? Karen, will you just send me a messenger and tell me if I'm still live, please? I'll look at my iPad to see if it pops up on my iPad. Because my Facebook screen has frozen altogether. Right, I honestly don't know if I'm live or not, so... Oh, hang on. Oh, we might be back. We might be back. We might be back. So I'm assuming you can all still hear me. My computer's acting dodgy, so I'm hoping you can still hear me. So the winner, my screen's moving now again, but it's just not moving properly. So I'm going to do this and then close this because I think my computer's kaput. So the winner on Facebook, hopefully you can still hear me. If you can't still hear me, I will do a post afterwards once everything's caught up again. So the winner on Facebook is Helen Wright. So congratulations, Helen. You've won on Facebook. So if you can just send us an inbox message, just with your name and address and what you've won, the Shabby Blooms dies. Yeah, and we'll get those posted off to you pretty sharpish. Oh, am I back? Oh, I'm back. I'm back, and you could all still hear me, which is a bonus. So that was a bit strange, wasn't it? Am I back? Yes, I am. How about that? So, congratulations to Helen on Facebook and to Julie on YouTube. So, I don't know what happened there. That was all a little bit strange. Everything just went kaput, but it's back now. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll take a proper photo of this in the morning and show you it close up. So, have a lovely rest of the evening, and I will catch up with you in our Facebook group. So, thanks, everybody. Bye.